Hi guys, this is Kevin,
This is Charles. This is Sanghyun.
and we did our blog on Gang Leader for a Day from chapter 5 to the end. So on chapter 6, Sudhir interviews hustlers. He listens to their stories, how they make money, their incomes, and all the stuff like that. And he goes to Miss Bailey's and JT and tell them all the information collected from hustlers because he wanted to know if they have told him the truth. And he really wanted to understand hustlers. But after Sudhir tells JT about it, JT goes around meeting and texting these people, including Sino, to introduce other hustlers to Sudhir. So even though Sudhir did not intended or expected the result to be like that, all people who told Sudhir's the story are suffering because of him. And Sino tells him that Sudhir knew that this was going to happen, but he was just too busy thinking about himself and his benefits. So my question to you guys is that do you guys think that Sudhir really didn't know what would happen if he tells JT about hustlers, or do you guys agree with Sino that Sudhir was really being too selfish? And I'll pass on to Charles.
Okay. On page 172, Sudhir heard Miss Bailey's conversation over the door, and Sudhir did not hear the full conversation, but once in a while she was able to hear Miss Bailey's voice. Miss Bailey said, "You got some never young man. She's a good girl. She owe you money. Why did you do that?" And BB replied with, "Oh, oh, get off me!" And like she deserved it. So uh, so they heard that uh heard the conversation of Miss Bailey and BB, and here's basically what happened. BB used some violence to a girl. So I have a question about this. So uh do you guys think that if a person is deserved to be hit, then it is okay to punish people physically? Because in the text, BB has argued that she deserved to get physical punishment. So, and also reflecting this idea to the educational perspective, there has been a lot of controversy over giving physical punishment to students. So, do you guys think that these actions are helpful in guiding students? So, in U.S., I know that physical punishment to educate children are not recommended, but in some different countries it is allowed. So what I think is physical punishment is not should not be allowed because there are a lot of violence in this world right now, and I feel like man, those criminals attitude or like how they became started from their childhood experience, and physical punishment probably started their like violence violence like attitude or something. So and also children will only what I think is that children will not know like true intention of educators or teachers like physical punishment, but they'll only remember the pain that they felt. So personally, I believe that affection and interest can guide children into a right path, not violence. So yeah, tell me what you guys think.
Um, I think the violence should not be allowed anyway. In the plot, I found out there is a serious problem. People who are not well educated actually suffer from violence, and they do not know how to deal with it and prevent it in the future. There's a quote as an example in the page 212. Um, every single woman had been beaten up by a boyfriend, some almost uh, fatally. Even one of them had lived in fear for days or weeks, waiting for the same man to return. She was only 20 years old, a high school dropout with her two child. In addition, the author regarded dropping out of school as a stupidest thing that he had ever had, according to his experience in page 253. The lack of education opportunity is directly related to serious social problems. One who uses violence to solve his or her problem also related to lack of education, according to my personal point of view, as they are not fully educated enough. Um, they do not know how to control their anger or solve problem in a standard way. Um, Also, if people who suffer from violence know how to deal with or overcome it, they will not suffer from it easily. Most of them are who dropped out in high school or middle school and do not know how to overcome their adversity related to violence. I have a question. Do you guys also think there is a significant relationship between dropout and social problems in these days? And is there any ways to decrease dropout rates? Thank you. This is our presentation.